everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Bram Stoker's Dracula, a 1992 horror movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola about Dracula. You may have been able to guess that would be the case. And a movie that I absolutely adore, and I don't think it's nearly enough credit. I know that there's probably a lot of people like myself that are horror buffs that enjoy this movie a lot, but I don't really ever see it on lists of the best vampire movies or the best horror movies of all time, and I think that's a shame because I think this movie is just magnificently well made, aside from a couple things that are a bit one of the things I think does not get discussed nearly enough that I think is just absolutely magnificent is the film's opening. There's a sequence at the beginning where Vlad the Impaler, the person who would become Dracula in the film, and the person that a lot of people credit as the Dracula mythos being based on, he goes off to war and you see him impaling people. But obviously, if you saw that in just like a regular film, just shot in a typical fashion, it'd be extremely off-putting and revolting and gory, and the way that they do it, it's almost akin to like a 1920s picture show where there's like an effect to it that it looks like it's almost shot in front of like a sheet, or it feels like almost with like dolls. It's much more like a shadow play, and the way it works is awesome. It allows your brain to kind of extrapolate on the mayhem and the violence of that world without actually showing it, but hinting at it, and it's just magnificent. And then it cuts right to Gary Oldman playing the character, coming back, and he finds out that the woman he loves is dead, and he pledges his undying revenge on the Christianity and the people that he was fighting for, that he feels betrayed by it, and it just kind of goes from there. And it tells the classic story of Dracula. Like, you have Van Helsing in this, you have the whole nine, there's all the regular stuff where like garlic and crosses and all that kind of stuff, and it's a very typical story that people mostly will be aware of, but told in a very original fashion, where instead of having it be kind of operatic or over the top or cheesy, it's really played for horror effect. And don't get me wrong, there are lots of the old movies, like Bela Lugosi's performance as Dracula is magnificent in its own fashion, but this is much more realistic. And obviously vampires aren't super realistic, but if you're going to tell the vampire story, it's a much more realistic telling. The acting in this movie is, for the most part, magnificent. Winona Ryder kills it. Gary Oldman, amazing. Anthony Hopkins, I mean, come on. But this is unfortunately the category where the biggest flaw in this movie, bar none, is, and that's Keanu Reeves' acting is just atrocious. Takes me right out of the film. His accent's awful, his stilted manner of speaking is ridiculous, and he is in a large part of this movie. He's supposed to be one of the characters that you are rooting for the most throughout a lot of it, and it's a real albatross around the neck of this film. Aside from that, though, I think this movie is just awesome. I love it. I mean, there's definitely lots of horrifying moments. The practical effects in this movie are just awesome. The way it's shot is just so cool. Like the sets are amazing. The angles are awesome. The effects, like when there's a moment where Dracula turns into rats and scurries away, just the way that they did it, like where all of a sudden there's just like a body of rats that fall. It's just so cool looking. There's moments with one of the few moments with Keanu Reeves that's really cool is there's a moment where he gets caught in Dracula's castle, like in the classic story, and he's looking to kind of escape, and the way in which they kind of show the outside of the castle where he steps on it, but it's almost like angled where he could fall even though he's standing up straight at any given moment. The visual there is just awesome. I mean, just there's so much in this movie that is just so great, and I think this movie deserves so much credit. I just wish Keanu gave a better performance or somebody else was in that role. I really think that's the movie's biggest flaw, and unfortunately it's a big one. It sucks, but what are you gonna do? If you can put that out of your mind, which I'm capable of doing when I watch this movie, I think this movie is definitely deserving of being called a horror classic. So those are my thoughts on the film. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you remember that awesome opening like I do. If you think Keanu just all over the film. What do you think of the movie as a whole? Other than that, if you are new here, please, please, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, or even if you just haven't yet, please do that. It'll let you know when I put out a new video, and you can come and join the conversation. And if you, no matter what, please hit the like button, hit the share button. It'll make it much more likely that other people will discover this video and come and talk about it with me and hopefully with you. Other than that, have yourself a nice day. Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Bram Stoker's Dracula. Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Bram Stoker's Dracula, a 1999